Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. I am just waiting to be joined. We were having some technical difficulties. We were about to do a live, and it was not working properly because we're doing it across the planet. So sometimes, technology. We've done it. We're just waiting for a moment. Connecting.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. So good to see you.
Good
Finally,
to
it is
see you
working.
too. Technology.
I was so, yeah, I was so disheartened. I was like, it was my first live. I haven't gone live and I didn't know this technical glitch and everything. So I was accepting your request, but any which ways, we are here.
We are
And I'm so glad to see you. How
Good
are
to
you,
see
Summer?
too. I am doing well. Very good, actually. Thank you for asking. How about you?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm like there is a lot of bad news coming from friend circles. So of course the everybody is getting those news and stuff.
Yeah.
So just 10 minutes back I got a news. A friend of mine, a junior of mine from high school has expired. So
Oh,
it was because of a car accident and like everything. No, it is so shocked and everything. I am still like sweating badly
yeah.
because I don't know, it happens and it will. The thing is coming. I had lots of my friends and the Instagram people joining in at that time, and I don't know they are coming back or not. But let's hope we can start talking because this, I think, the it gets recorded and we can upload it on Instagram.
Yeah,
Is it so?
this time it'll be on my end, and so what I'll do is I'll save it
Yes.
and tag you in it, and you can share it.
Yeah.
It's
So
happening.
yeah, yeah. I just wanted to know because we are talking for the first time,
Yes.
and you are not a complete stranger to me till now, but yes, in
Yes.
some terms, you are strangers like India and USA.
So far away. Yes.
So I wanted to just ask you, what apart from this, like, how have you gone through this journey, and what inspired you to have this becoming a mindful coach, life coach? There are so many credits to you, so I'll get tired.
Oh.
Please, you only tell it.
So your question is what has inspired me to do this work? Is that the question?
Yeah,
Okay.
to take a being a coach.
Yeah, I think for me, well, I know for me, it's because I've done the journey myself. I have had a lot of health issues, but I've also had to work through a lot of, stuff on my own. And sometimes it's not the outside, it's the inside. And so understanding how to make choices for myself, be empowered for myself has been the motivating factor. And then once I kind of figured that out, I was like, oh, why wasn't I told this? why was this a hidden secret, and it doesn't need to be a secret. We can all tap into that light and shine it. And then I also have a daughter, and so raising her, especially now, it's really important for me to hold space in a way that is going to be safe for her, but also allow her to like be whoever she wants to be. And in that, this is how I got here.
Yes, that's great. In India, we have a lot of culture difference from their America and India. So here, parents are like there are two options for the students. Either you go for doctor or either you go for engineer. So when I told my parents that I have this passion in theater and acting, they were like, okay, you pursue that, but don't like continue studying, do your PhDs, masters. So I was like, I have studied so much, I know how to speak, and I know many things. Like till class 12th we have had so much science, maths, everything that is required.
Yeah.
So it took a lot of time convincing them that I can earn from this field as well. But thankfully they are happy now seeing me work and carry out my passion. Basically it's like I am happy.
Good.
And when I do this, I'm my best.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what took time, but eventually it is a very good thing to just help people.
Yes.
Find their passion, what they are best at, not just get focused on becoming something of which someone has told you to do.
Right.
So that is, I have never supported that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you want to go to become a chef, engineer, doctor, whatever, but you have to have a passion in that. I have my friends, my part, he's my high school friend joining in. He is like into becoming a very good doctor. And I have Chahat, he is in Canada right now, he is also becoming an engineer. and he is pursuing his, I don't know, master or something. Sorry, Tahat, I forgot. Please pardon me. And a lot of things going in my mind.
Yes.
So my next question to you is, what is your driving factor in terms of the scenario we are living in? It's so much negativity.
Yeah.
And so how do you keep yourself inspired, and so that my other friends who are there and listening can be inspired again?
Yeah,
Please
there's
enlighten us about this.
there are a couple things that keep me inspired. One is I have to choose it every day. Every morning I wake up and decide that that's what I want, because it's really easy to surrender to the negativity. It's everywhere. That's part of the work, is choosing to be joyful and happy and having a happy life, no matter what's going on. That's one driving factor. The other is I just don't feel like there's another choice. Negativity is so toxic to our bodies. It's toxic to our hearts and our minds. And so making sure that I keep safe boundaries for myself, and live within those boundaries of, okay, like, I know right now there are certain conversations I can't have because it could lead to, negative things, because right now in our country there's a lot going on. So I try
Here as well.
yeah, so I try to just have those boundaries so that I can know what's happening here and then make choices moving forward. So I think that answered your question.
Yeah, it did. But sometimes we know that we should not be so much depressed, negative, and stuff. But still, we can't help it. No,
Right.
It happens. It's very tough to control our thoughts.
Right.
We have heard something. Someone has said something bad, anything to us, which we have hated, and that goes on for like days. We
Yeah.
are keep thinking, depressing. So like, how can we come out of it? How do you come? Because you must have such days as well. So,
I don't glaze over it. I feel it. I allow those feelings in. But there's a fine line between feeling and then surrendering completely and letting go to those feelings. And again, that comes back to a choice. I choose to not allow that to be what I think all the time. Yes, if something bad happens, like, there's been a lot happening, and I've felt it. I've had lots of tears. There's been a lot of emotions. But that's not going to serve me. It's not going to serve what I'm trying to do, to hang out in that place. So I meet it, I greet it, I understand where it's coming from, and then I choose to move past it. It really does boil down to a choice. It's hard. Oh my gosh, is it so hard? It's definitely not easy. And I think that's the big part, is if you can't choose that, then you're not ready. Like, you have to be ready to choose yourself and how you feel every single day. And every day is different. So understanding that as well. Like, tomorrow, it's such a cliche here, like, tomorrow is another day. Well, it is, this year has been crazy, but there are so many moments that aren't. So I think for me, looking for positivity, looking for gratitude, but I think that's how I get past those feelings and come out of it, like swim in the pool, but then you got to get out and dry off.
Gratitude is something I believe that every day, if we are like today, we can speak, we can eat, we have water to drink. So there's these small things we don't feel gratitude about, but it is like someone somewhere is having a thoughts to have this, and he is like having a problem. But we here have all these amenities, small life favors that Almighty has favored us. But we are like always cribbing, and I agree, there are many things to crib about, many problems. But the things we have, there are very few people who do have the importance of those things, value of those things.
Yeah.
They don't have the right value for it, which I feel. Makes me go on to the next question, which it is a kind of connected question, which is how to overcome self-pity.
Two things. The first thing, we'll go back to gratitude. I think finding gratitude in everything, even your morning breakfast, or, the fact that you are awake and alive, or simple things like you really like the shirt you're wearing, you're so grateful to have it. But the bigger picture there, I think, in answer to that question, is your circle of influence. Like, what can you control? What can you influence, and what is completely out of your control? So what other people think about you, what people say about you, you have no control over. So spending time worrying about that or feeling bad about that is a waste of time. It's really bad for you, like on a cellular level, it's not good for you. But if you look at the things that you can control, how you move about your day, the food you eat, how you interact with other people, you can control that. So that's how I feel like you get out of that self-pity, is by really looking at whatever it is that's caused that you feel like is the cause of that, look at look at where you're at in that sphere of influence. If it's something that you have no control over, then let it go, because it's not serving you. It's not serving anything really at that point. So yeah, if you can't control it, and that's the thing you can control, is the self-pity. You can say, it doesn't matter what that person thinks of me. That's their business. They don't know me truly. Like, only you truly know yourself. So
yeah, that is like, the thought process has to be right, and then we of course can overcome anything, self-pity or the procrastination thing. So I that comes to the next thing, which is what advice, like, I have said I have discovered my passion and I'm very grateful for that, but there are many people who haven't discovered, so we will just bless them that God may give them the passion. But some people who have discovered their passion, but due to some issues in life or whatever the circumstances are, they are not able to do something about it. Like, they know they are good singers, but they are not able to pursue that or follow that. They keep thinking that today we are going to do something, tomorrow we are going to do something, but then everyday things happen and it gets postponed to the next day.
yeah.
So what is your advice for these procrastinators? What can they do right now? Because all that we have is this present moment, right? So what should be their thought process? How can we overcome procrastinations of anything? Be it of studying, be it of going to your passion, going to your
Yeah.
work, doing something different you want to do.
It's a big
So that is
question,
what I wanted to
actually.
ask.
Yeah, it's a big question for a lot of people, because they don't think that they're procrastinating. They think that life is happening. And it's not really a procrastination thing. It's a priority thing. So if it's something you're really passionate about, you make it a priority. And I think in order to go from procrastination to working to or towards something that you really are feeling that you want in your life, then you have to sit down and write it out, sing it out if you're a singer, whatever. But prioritize, and then you really can't let anything get in between you and those priorities. Like, it's not procrastination. It's not laziness. It's none of those things. It's like you have to prioritize. And so it's as simple as writing down, number one, I want to be a singer. Okay, what do I need to do to make that happen? Okay, and then answer the question. This is the next thing I would say to that, is fill in the blanks. If fill in, I want to be a singer, then I need to do this. And then if you're doing something that's keeping you from reaching that goal or working towards that goal, I don't know what would keep you from being a singer, but for me, if I don't do my breath work, then I'm not going to be able to be present with the work that I'm doing. So therefore, I have to do it. It really is, you have to retrain your brain and cut out the noise. The noise of life is not your priority. You know, how often are you scrolling? How often are you doing anything else that isn't working towards that goal? And then you need to eliminate that. I mean, it's that simple.
Yes, that is indeed. But see, in that process, if we have overcome that thing, so the next step comes that we got to realize to what extent we can push our potential, right? So it is, how important is it to realize our truest potential?
I mean, I think it's really important, but I think it's the journey, not the destination. It's the same thing. It's the process of understanding yourself. You can say, like, I want to fly to the moon, but there's this whole like process of getting there. And so if you skip all of that, it doesn't mean as much when you get to the moon. So really immersing yourself in the process of what that is. And that goes back to procrastination and prioritizing what you want. You do the things to get there. So you're prioritizing, so you're experiencing it along the way. And so that's your potential, the experience. It's not the award, or it's not, you know, the celebration. It's who you are inside throughout.
Or even in acting also, we are always taught like to just be there, just be. But people don't tell how to be.
Right. Yeah, I think
that is what
the question, how do you stay in the present moment? As a yogi, like, I practice yoga, and I also do Reiki. For me, it's paying attention, and the paying attention then extends back to gratitude. I think gratitude is so transformative, and I have a practice at the end of every day where I have to note 3 things that I'm grateful for in that day, and it requires me to pay attention to what's happening throughout the day, no matter what's going on, you know. So that's one way that I stay in the present moment, is looking at each moment, being in each moment, and thinking about how is that something that I'm thankful that I have. And then the second thing is also dropping into the breath. I think nobody breathes the way, anymore, especially here in the United States. It's always like go, 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 go. And, everything is like, oh my gosh. And we hold our breath all the time. And so I think if you really want to, like, on a conscious level, say, I need to be here right now, you close your eyes, breathe into the moment, and then open your eyes and you're in it. Because you're changing pathways in your brain as you're doing it. Another way is the sensory, kind of pause and just kind of look at what you see, listen to what you hear, what do you smell, what are you tasting, what does it feel like on your skin. Just get your senses involved in a way that maybe they aren't in a usual way. Like right now I'm sitting on the floor. I can feel where my clothes are touching my body. I can feel the air blowing on me. There's a plane out there. I'm talking to you. Like all of these things are happening simultaneously. So while I'm completely present with you, I can also understand that there's like life happening around me, and that happens all the time, 24 hours a day. So that's the answer. Yes. I think for me.
But like, yes, and so it is absolutely, I agree that if we are just conscious of our the true thing we are feeling, touching, experiencing, even the air, so that is completely which I am agreeing on the fact. But we have the breath also. So how can we let me put it in the correct way so that I don't confuse you anymore. Yeah. Okay. So how to live our breath to the fullest? So how to live our breath to the fullest? That is a simple question. Live our breath to the fullest. If you have any tips to share it.
Our breath. Oh,
yeah, the breath, the breathing.
Oh, okay. I saw that question and I was like, yes. Do you mean life? No, she meant breath. How to live your breath to the fullest? I think just be in it. Like, close your eyes and feel it. Like, imagine, okay, it's again the sensory thing, but imagine like how that breath is moving in your body, right? How you're navigating that with intention. Because breath is involuntary. If we choose not to like engage with it, it still happens. However, if we take the time to actually imagine like how the breath is moving up and down, the body, through the limbs, in the bloodstream, taking it down into those places, then when you're not doing that exercise, it still is a part of you, just like a memory, right? So like you remember things that happen. You can remember as you're moving throughout the day to have that breath be a cognizant, participatory. You can participate in it so that you're living in a more vibrant way instead of just surviving, which involuntary breath is a survival thing. Did that answer your question?
It's like I want to, like, I had in the past a lot of self-pity. Why so and so stuff happened with me? I didn't do anything. Why so and so has done that to me?